Hi, I'm Shauna, a licensed professional counselor with Lucet, here to talk about how we can allow ourselves to say no. For most people, it's much easier to say yes to someone than it is to say no. That impulse to agree goes all the way back to the earliest humans, when being part of a group was necessary for survival. Rejection meant fending for yourself in a dangerous world. So, our brains are wired to help us fit in, cooperate, contribute, and avoid saying anything that might create conflict. But by avoiding the discomfort we feel from saying no, we risk agreeing to things that make us uncomfortable and overcommitting ourselves. Over time, all these yeses can lead to stress, resentment, and burnout. So let's talk about some of the reasons why it may be hard to say no and how you can start setting boundaries with more confidence and less guilt. Let's start with one of the biggest reasons why we might avoid saying no: not wanting to disappoint anyone. But part of having boundaries is recognizing that you can't meet everyone else's needs all the time. An example of this would be when Simone Biles withdrew from the Tokyo Olympics for her safety and mental health. She shared that she thought about pushing through because so many people had invested in her. But she recognized that ignoring her limits would put herself and her team at greater risk.
I had to be smart for me, but not only for me, for the team as well, so that they had their best shot at medaling. And I know what I did in my heart was the right decision, and the girls medaled with a silver. And I think if I would have kept going and falling or even injuring myself, they wouldn't have medaled, and I don't think that's fair because they trained way too hard.
She reminded herself that it is okay to say no and to prioritize herself and her health at a time when she really needed it. And at the next Olympics, it paid off. Simone won an all-around Olympic gold medal and became the most decorated American Olympic gymnast of all time. That's the power of knowing when you need to say no to rest, regroup, and heal your mental health. Here's a similar way to look at it. Disappointing someone briefly is not the same as abandoning them. Taking care of yourself doesn't make you less reliable. It helps you come back stronger, more present, and better able to support others. Another reason we struggle to say no is that we worry the opportunity won't come again. What if I regret it? What if I never get asked again? But sometimes saying no to the wrong thing is saying yes to the right thing. For example, actor Al Pacino turned down the role of Han Solo in Star Wars because the script didn't speak to him. He later said that passing on the offer gave his career room to grow. Instead of focusing on what you might be missing, try making a mental list of all the things you're making space for. Better rest before your job interview, more time with your kids, or an opportunity that's more aligned with who you are. And if you cancel plans to catch your breath, your loved ones might even be relieved to stay home too. Sometimes it's not that we don't want to say no, it's that we don't know how to say it in a way that doesn't feel awkward or dismissive. Every relationship is different, and cultural norms will also impact how your no is received. But in general, you don't need an elaborate apology or a long explanation. A clear and kind response is all that's necessary. Here's a few phrases or responses that might be helpful to have in your back pocket. A friend texts, "Want to come to that thing on Saturday?" You can try something like, "Thanks for the invite. I can't make it, but I hope it's a great time." A family member asks for a favor you're not up for. Try, "I'd love to help, but the timing isn't great. Is there something else that I can help with soon?" A coworker asks you to join a meeting that's not essential for your role. "Thanks for looping me in. I can't join, but it looks like you've got the right people attending. Let me know if anything comes up that you'd like me to weigh in on." Your manager gives you a new task when you're already stretched. "I can take that on, but I'll need your help prioritizing against a few other deadlines that week. Are you able to take a quick look at it together?" If you're experiencing burnout, it's okay to talk about it. If you don't think your friends or family will understand, reach out to a professional through your insurance or through your employee assistance program. If you like this video or want to know more about mental health or self-care, follow our YouTube or social media accounts or check out our resource library at lucethealth.com/resources. Thanks and take care.